I'm Malcolm Van Delst, and this is an excerpt from Do the Wrong Thing, a book series or extra long novel that opens with a woman trying to kill herself. She says, "I don't know why I tried to do this," and by way of explanation tells her life story. This is not the opening of book 3 anymore, even though I've written that. I mean, we're still at the beginning, but we're a few thousand words in. Working title of book 3 is Shiny Pretty Gothic. Last week in Do the Wrong Thing, Ava attempted to dance, met an artist named Faith and a guy named Matt. Then in contemporary time, the writer Ava said that she was too sad to write the next piece in dialogue, talked about how actors retain bits of the characters they play within them and how writers are a bit like that, and talked about how people end up unfocused and how she sucks at comedy. First thing this week, I have a rewrite of the dance scene. So if you were here last week, which one is better? Afolabi, I'd love to hear what you think too, because I think you had read this piece ahead and then I switched it up. I want to dance. I haven't danced since high school, and then I was awful. I want to dance like Emmett or Marcella. She's a good dancer. I slink out onto Fantastic's dance floor, which is only a demarcated area to the left of the hallway that joins the club's 2 rooms, with a wicket where I first met Emmett between them. There's matte black boxes scattered about to sit on around the edges of this dance space, though few people actually sit, at least on weeknights when I'm there. I'm not in this dance trapezoid for more than a second before the song changes and everyone leaves. Fuck. If I follow, I'll be a follower. Sheep, drone, poltroon. I train my eyes to the wood below me as if it's popping up numbers for a winning $1 million lottery ticket. I don't look around like Emmett did. I keep my feet moving, shuffle, shuffle, bob my head and try to swoop an arm, but the arm has no integrity and drops to my side, halfway limp. Braided pigtails, a formless black t-shirt, and a bright red skirt patterned with tiny black flowers. It's my mom's from Germany. I've sewn it up into a mini bubble affair. Everyone in black, austere, looking like death, except little old orphan Annie here. Oh my God, this is hell. Dancing alone in one of North America's top places to see and be seen, according to those magazines in Birmingham, while everyone laughs at your horrible moves and shitty clothes. Well, that was something. Wally grins when I've finally been on the dance floor long enough to. He's ironic, sardonic. He's laughing at me, but he's sympathetic too. Then there's the pieces about the blackberry lipstick, meeting Faith, meeting Matt. Ava's the writer of her own story, says she can't write the next part of dialogue because she's too sad. Talks about actors being unfocused and how she sucks at comedy. Then, okay, I'll write it in dialogue. I don't know what to do, Wally says as we sit in his kitchen. I want to use Joni Mitchell music for the hair show. Nothing but Joni Mitchell. But Joanne wants Joy Division, Gang of 4, you know. Well, it's your show, I say. I want to end with the guys lifting you up, both sides now playing, your hair huge and fabulous, a flowing gown of some sort, all light. He grabs a cigarette and sparks it. I'm dying. I try to remain calm, not show how excited I am, because if people see that you want a thing, they'll snatch it back. I am discovered. It's happening. I'm going to be honored and feted, and then I don't know what then. I compose my face to be as neutral as possible, devoid of excitement. I can't push for Wally to use Joni Mitchell and me anyway, because it's unseemly for a woman. Women should be recognized from the outside, from those around them. I can't push. Oh God, do I want to be that girl lifted up in a white gown, pulling away from me in a huge triangle with a 12-foot base at the bottom, hair pushing out from my head in a magnificent halo as I stare into space, ascending, smiling triumphantly. No, women cannot be triumphant, benevolently, lifted by Pierre, Lance, Emmett. Oh my God, benevolent. Joanne wants it to be all darkness and pain, Wally says, with some story of her being beaten up, then coming back victorious at the end, victorious but damaged. That's all she cares about. She wants me to highlight her eyes. Wally makes a movement with one finger around one eye. It's true. Joanne has naturally deep-set eyes with dark rings under them. I think you should do what you want, I say. Words dropping from my mouth like sickly stones with stiff legs. They limp out, then fall 30 stories. I couldn't champion my own cause if I wanted to. If you like Joni Mitchell, use Joni Mitchell, I say, as Suzelle, Marcella, Emmett, and all those guys line up against Wally and I. They love Joy Division and Gang of 4. They'll side with Joanne. Joni Mitchell is old, they'll say. She's not in fashion. They'll be right. Joanne wins. She, Suzelle, Marcella, and the rest descend like vultures and rip the guts out of sunlight. Joni Mitchell in the starring role I'd have had in Wally's hair show, the starring role I would have had without doing anything, the starring role that was made for me. Seriously, Joni Mitchell? Marcella makes a face. Wally pouts. I love Joni Mitchell. He takes a long, petulant drag on his smoke. No one's going to come, says Joanne. Wally looks worried as he stares into the half distance, one arm across his torso and the other holding up his smoke. A week before the show, I go to Wally's salon so he can figure out what he's going to do with me. He puts me in a chair and twirls my hair around his fingers as he looks in the mirror. I think I'll leave you natural, he says. He pushes his hands into my hair and lifts it up. Poof up your curls, pull them all to one side and clip it in place. Perfect. You'll wear that white swirly mini dress, right? I nod, reach down and pull a container of silver Halloween spray-on hair color from my bag. Fabulous, he says. It washes off easily. We've decided that I'll wear the green platforms I wore to the unfashionable tourist bar, spray-painted silver. The bar is packed. Everyone's screaming and cheering. Johnny, a Boy George-styled guy with long brown hair and black lipstick, throws rose puddles as I walk down the makeshift catwalk. He cheers louder than anyone. I strut as best I can on my platforms, smiling in what I hope is a seductive way. In one hand, I hold a white rose, Wally's idea. In the other, a cigarette in the ivory cigarette holder I bought in the village, my idea. She's beautiful, Matt says to Wally. Maybe if you're a pedophile, Wally retorts. She looks 12. Matt abruptly stops smiling. Wally howls when he recounts this to me later while I look away blushing because, well, I think I'm in love with Matt. At the riser at the back of the club, I lie down, leaning on one elbow and posing with one knee up. The crowd screams even louder. Johnny grabs his face and shakes his head in a sort of ecstasy. Pierre, who is standing behind me, leans over and tries to close my legs. You're pussy, he whispers. He has trouble with the English word. I smile wider and ignore him, feeling a bit annoyed. He's intruding on my moment. Yeah, it's true. I'm not wearing underwear and my mini dress isn't really right for this pose. I forgot. It's too late now. You should model, Pierre says a few mornings after the hair show as we drink our morning coffee. I nod. I'm not attractive, but people say I look young, which is all that matters. I'm broke. The only job I can seem to do is art modeling. Maybe I can do clothes. Pierre snaps a bunch of photographs in our dining room. I tilt my head and my hair falls down in soft waves. I'm wearing long evening gloves, black satin. I think they're elegant. I look scared and sad. I see that in the pictures later. A fat, older French Canadian gets down on one knee, pleading with me to join his agency. His friend will do my headshots for a good price.